Hello guys and welcome to 5 Things. I am Rhino and I want to share with you my top 5 games for breaking the ice. It's a useful list when you are with a group of people that you don't really know very well, but you do want to get to know them better, and what better thing to do than play a board game with them. So my list contains mainly lighter games and party games that it's easy to get people to join, and also they allow you to loosen up a bit and show your character more. So here's my list of top 5 games for breaking the ice. In number 5, it's Dixit. Dixit is a storytelling classic where you try to figure other people out and maybe deceive them a little bit according to the portrait you've made in your mind about them. It is light, but it does force you to engage with how other people are thinking. In the game you have these cards with dreamlike illustrations, and every round one player chooses one card, plays it face down and gives it a title like a word or a phrase, and then the other players try to match that title with a card of their own face down. Then everyone reveals their cards and people try to vote which of these cards belongs to the original player. That player wants people to vote for his card, but he doesn't want everyone to vote for it because then he doesn't get any points, so he can't be very obvious. I am really bad at this game, like seriously bad, and this is how my Rhino nickname came to be, because I'm a stranger to being subtle and delicate, and I've never won this game, but I still enjoy it so much and I really want to keep playing it, and I think that shows how much of a good game it is. In number 4 we have Skull, or Skull and Roses. This game contains only some discs with some funky illustrations that look like coasters. Every player gets a set of them and 3 of them have roses on them, 1 of them has a skull. In the game, players play the discs face down one by one until one player challenges the rest about the maximum of discs they dare to flip over without hitting a skull. In this game, it's inevitable that you will have to play a skull eventually, either because you have to or because you want to set a trap for another player, and you have to do that while keeping a straight face if you can. So be prepared for lots of suspicious and dubious facial expressions, lots of bluffing, and lots of fun as well. And in number 3 we have Cockroach Poker. This is a game that doesn't have a winner, but it does have a loser. You have cards with disgusting animals on them, like rats and cockroaches. One player starts and plays a card face down and gives it to some other player and calls what it is. He can say the truth or he can lie about it, but it's up to the other players to accept it or call his bluff or continue bluffing to other players until someone falls for it. The first player to get to the 4 cards with the same disgusting animal on them is the loser. I really like this game because it's simple, it's appropriately silly, and it involves the right amount of bluffing. I think bluffing and lying and ganging up on your friends are really good things. Hear me out, because it actually allows you to get closer to people. It's the kind of interaction that maybe creates some bonding moments. So I think don't be shy and bluff away. In number 2 we have Junkard. Junkard is a dexterity game with lots of weirdly shaped pieces that you use to make art with. So in the game you are a junk artist and you go to exhibitions in different cities. Each city has its own setup and its own goal, but it can be anything from being the last man standing or having the tallest structure, or just simply trying not to be the one who knocks over the structure. I find it endlessly fun and I think it's easy to get other people to join. I think that it's also very competitive, but in terms of dexterity, so that makes it okay to laugh at other people when they mess up or when you set them up to fail. And at the top of my list, the number 1, it's Codenames. I think Codenames is the type of game that pretty much everyone likes. It's a game about words and associations. You have a grid of cards with words on them, and you have 2 teams, and each team has a codemaster. The codemaster says to his team one word that he thinks is associated with certain words on the table, and also says a number about how many cards he is referring to. The team then has to guess which card he's referring to correctly, and only those, and do that before the other team does. When you play as the Codemaster, it's gonna be tricky and hard because you have to maintain a poker face and show no reaction when you're listening to your team deliberating and thinking about how you are thinking, and you have to keep quiet even when your team is about to touch a card you had no intention of involving. And it's also fun when you play in the team because you get to crack the code and crack the associations in the Codemaster's mind that sometimes might be a bit weird. So these were my 5 things. Thank you guys for watching. I would love to know which games you would play if you wanted to break the ice with a group of people and why. You can leave a comment under this video, and I hope to see you soon.